there are stars. And then there's Tom Cruise. He doesn't just act in movies. He jumps out of planes in them. He clings to the sides of skyscrapers. He breaks bones. He risks his life for our entertainment. But behind the sunglasses, behind the smile, is a story far more dramatic than any film he's ever made. This is the untold story of Tom Cruise. Thomas Cruise Mapother IV was born on July 3, 1962, in Syracuse, New York. But don't let the Roman numeral fool you. Tom didn't come from wealth, privilege, or Hollywood connections. He came from pain. His father, an electrical engineer, was abusive physically and emotionally. Tom has called him a coward and a bully who beat him without reason. The family moved constantly. By the time Tom was 14, he had lived in over 10 different cities and attended 15 schools. He also battled severe dyslexia, which made reading and learning nearly impossible. Teachers thought he was lazy. Classmates thought he was stupid. I was a functional illiterate, he later said. When I'd go to read, the kids in the class would laugh. But Tom had something rare, relentless drive. He didn't know what he was chasing yet, but he was already running. The turning point came in high school. He was 16. A teacher encouraged him to try out for a play. It was a small part, only a few lines. But the moment Tom stepped on stage, something clicked. For the first time, he felt powerful. He realized that in acting, he didn't need to be perfect with words. He could express with energy, with eyes, with movement. He found freedom in performance, and maybe more than that, he found control. He dropped out of high school at 18 and moved to New York with just a few $100 in his pocket. While working as a busboy, he went to auditions, dozens, hundreds, rejection after rejection, until one hit. His first major roles came in the early 80s Taps, The Outsiders. He had a magnetism you couldn't ignore. But it was 1983's Risky Business that changed everything. That scene Tom sliding into frame in socks, shirt, and sunglasses to Bob Seger's old-time rock and roll didn't just make him a star. It made him a symbol of a generation. Hollywood noticed. The audience noticed. And soon, Top Gun happened. In 1986, Top Gun exploded onto the screen. Tom Cruise as Pete Maverick Mitchell was cocky, charming, fearless, and the world was hooked. The film grossed over $350 million worldwide and launched Tom into mega-stardom. He became the face of the American blockbuster. But Cruise didn't want to be typecast as just a pretty face or action hero. He wanted depth. He wanted awards. He wanted respect. So he started making choices that showed range. The Color of Money with Paul Newman. Rain Man, alongside Dustin Hoffman, Oscar winner for Best Picture. Born on the 4th of July, where Cruise played a paralyzed Vietnam veteran and earned his first Academy Award nomination. He was becoming not just a movie star, but a serious actor. The 1990s were Tom Cruise's golden decade. Hit after hit, A Few Good Men, The Firm, Interview with the Vampire, Jerry Maguire, which earned him a second Oscar nomination and one of the most quoted lines in cinema history.
Show me the money.
But Cruise wasn't just acting anymore, he was taking control. In 1996, he launched Cruise Wagner Productions, his own production company, and with it, he rebooted an old spy TV series called Mission Impossible. With Mission, Cruise wasn't just starring. He was producing, choreographing, and doing the unthinkable, his own stunts. From hanging off cliffs in Mission Impossible 2, to scaling the Burj Khalifa in Ghost Protocol, to learning how to fly a helicopter for Fallout, to jumping off a mountain on a motorbike in real life for Dead Reckoning, He redefined what it meant to be an action star. No green screens, no doubles, real danger, real adrenaline, real cinema. But behind the scenes, the media began turning. Tom's intense involvement with Scientology made headlines. He became the church's most vocal supporter, criticizing psychiatry, promoting anti-medication views, and defending the church's secrecy. In 2005, he had a now infamous moment on the Oprah Winfrey Show, jumping on the couch, shouting about his love for Katie Holmes. People laughed, then judged. Then came the Matt Lauer interview. Tom clashed with the journalist over mental health treatments. The public perception began to shift from charming icon to unstable zealot. Studios grew wary. His image, once spotless, was now complicated. But Cruise, he didn't run from the chaos this time. For years, Cruise kept grinding, delivering mission, impossible films that defied logic and gravity. But in 2022, he released a film that didn't just remind the world who he was, it reminded them why they fell in love with movies in the first place. Top Gun: Maverick. A sequel 36 years in the making, delayed due to the pandemic, released when theaters were on life support. It made over $1.4 billion worldwide and became the highest-grossing film of his career. Critics called it pure cinema. Directors praised it. Fans cried. And Cruise was hailed once again as the savior of the movie theater experience. Tom Cruise doesn't tweet. He doesn't post selfies. He doesn't chase clout. He runs. He jumps. He flies. And through it all, he never stops chasing the perfect shot. In a world of digital effects and Instagram stars, Tom Cruise is a throwback, a real-life daredevil who believes in the magic of the movies. He may be flawed, he may be controversial, but he is, without question, one of the most dedicated, fearless, and unforgettable icons Hollywood has ever seen. From a broken boy in a violent home to the most powerful man in Hollywood, this is not just the story of Tom Cruise. This is the story of ambition, of reinvention, of obsession. This is the story of the last movie star,